Hello students, welcome back to another online English class. I am teacher Lorena and today we're gonna start with the last unit. It's unit 8. And in this unit we're going to check a topic that we might have seen before, but it's gonna be like really focused on this part, okay? We're going to check the have to and has to part, okay? That it's like a little bit easy, so don't forget to take your notes. And we're going to make some exercises for you to practice. So please take all the notes that you need so you can have everything. And now let's start. As I was saying, this is the verb that we're gonna check right now. And we're gonna check when do we need to use the have to or has to. So here we have like the grammar rule for you to use it. First we have I, you, we, and they, have to or don't have to. And in the other part we have has to. Basically the difference is or are the people, okay? Because if you have in here these subjects, you're gonna use have to. For example, I have to clean my room. I am saying that that is an obligation, okay? We have to cook dinner. So it's also an obligation, okay? So we have to, or they don't have to go to school today because it's closed. So in this case, don't have to is something that is not necessary or we don't have to do, okay? And we have he, she, it. When you have he, she, it, you are gonna use has to or doesn't have to. In here, we're not saying has to because we have this little thing that it's the auxiliary in negative, okay? So if you have the auxiliary, do not use has in this part. I'm gonna give you some examples. He has to go to the park to play football, okay? It's also an obligation. But when we are talking about negative, she doesn't have to bake a cake today, okay? So this is just for the positive using these ones, okay? Doesn't have, never, ever, ever say doesn't has, okay? Because that is incorrect. It's always doesn't have to. Notice that we are using have as in the others. In the only one that it's gonna change is in this one, okay? So, excellent. And in here we have more examples, okay? For example, in the first part, it says, I, you, he, she, it changes. We, they have to or has to travel, okay? So notice how this is going to change. It's not the same, okay? Because it has to and is with he, she, it. And it's the same in here. He, she, it doesn't have to, okay? In this case, it could be don't or doesn't, okay? And you have to. So you don't have to travel. He, she doesn't have to travel, okay? And then we have the questions and it's basically the same. You are going to change only the parts that have third person, okay? Do I have to travel? Do you have to travel? Does he, does she, does it have to travel? Do we and they have to travel? Okay. And finally, we have the yes and no part. Okay. It's basically the same. Okay. The only thing that it's going to change is the yes or no, he, she, or it. Yes, I do, or no, I don't. Remember, if you say yes, you have to say do, because sometimes I can recall some people that say, yes, I don't, and that it's a mistake, okay? Never, ever, 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 like with a big cross, never say that, okay? So, yeah. Yes, I do. Yes, you do. Yes, he, she, or it does. Yes, we do. Yes, they do. Or no, they don't. No, he doesn't. No, she doesn't. Okay? Never forget that. So, excellent. Now, using this video, we are going to check if you understood something of this, okay? So far, how are you doing? If you have any questions, you can let me know on the Zoom class, okay? As you know, as always. So this time, we're going to check some examples for these sentences, okay? So please let me know if you know. Write the answers on your notebook, okay? So we have this first question, and it says, I get up very early every morning at 6 o'clock. So what would be the correct answer? Have to, has to, or have? And the correct answer is have to, okay? Because we are talking about, let me go back a little bit. We are talking about I, okay? I have to. It's an obligation of me. I have to. No, I has to, because I am not talking about a third person. Let's go now to question number 2. And you have, John and Cindy go to work every day. Has to, have to, or have? And the correct answer is have to. Why not has to? Because we are talking about two people, okay? And when we are talking about two people, in this case, it's equal John, oh, sorry, and Cindy. What does that mean? Two people equals they, okay? We are not going to say has to because it's not only John or not only Cindy, it's two people, okay? So that is why I am saying they. John and Cindy means they, okay? Sometimes that is like hard for you to like remember or understand, but just keep track on that, okay? So excellent. Let's continue with number 3. We study for our next grammar test. Okay, will have to, or has to? What is your answer? Excellent. We're gonna say have to. Why? Because we are talking about we. And remember that when we use we have to use the have to. Okay, easy. Easy peasy. So now next. It's a question. Space, your brother space, go to a job interview tomorrow. What would be the correct answer? Excellent. Does your brother have to? Thus, we are talking about my brother, and my brother is he. So, does he have to go to a job interview tomorrow? Does your brother have to go? Is the same, okay? If you say him or does he has, okay? Does your brother is exactly the same. And we are talking about a question. Let's go with the next and final. When you arrive at work every morning. Okay, we have in here a WH question at the beginning, okay? As you can see here, and you have the have to, okay? When do you have to arrive? You. So you are going to use that part, okay? So excellent, very good. So with this, we're gonna finish the YouTube class. If you can read this, write on the Zoom chat. Remember that we have like prices and extra decimals. So write that part on the chat, okay? So it's always nice to be with you. I'm gonna see you in a couple of minutes, and don't forget to ask me if you have a question or something that you didn't understand, okay? So have an excellent day. See you on the class and be on time, okay? I miss you guys. Goodbye. See you.